Noah Snowden with SnowdenNoseRVs at Bob Hurley RV OKC. Hey, if my hat or my emblem or these stunning visuals to the side of me didn't clue you in, today we're jumping into the Cougar Midnight Edition, everything that upgrade package gives you, but also how is Cougar consistently staying a couple grand more affordable than their competition, but still giving you that full-size fifth wheel luxury feel that everybody's seeking. We will dive into all of that and more right now. Cougar's been around for a long time. Yes, their Black Onyx and Phantom Gray are new additions with the Midnight Edition package. We actually have a third one on the way, and that is the Hero Green, which I could not be more excited to get an overview of when I get one on the lot, and you can expect that coming. But the Midnight Edition is more than a paint package. Sure, it is automotive grade body paint, which is scratch and peel resistant, so it's going to look good over time, but you're getting a lot more features than that. You're getting frameless windows, you're getting blackout rims for all those 10-ply tires, you're getting an anti-lock braking system allowing for that snake-like follow going down the road. But probably the most excited thing I could be for is that blue LED exterior accent lighting on that front cap, awning, and underside. The idea of looking like an alien spaceship just gets me stoked. Super nerdy and super man-like, but to each their own concern. You do have 440 watts of solar up top, so you're never going to have to be concerned about pulling over and not using that refrigerator. But with that being inverted, you can actually use a couple of those hot outlets while you guys are off the grid as well. You actually get 2 Dragonfly Energy lithium-ion batteries. We'll go into that in more specific detail, but I just wanted to give you a full 30,000 foot overview to kind of get you guys acclimated to what Midnight Edition is bringing. And you know, that's pretty much it. Let's dive into it. We're zeroing in on the 316 RLS. This is the Phantom Gray Edition, probably my favorite of the two. And we have that Hero Green coming out shortly. Cannot be more excited to show that off when it arrives. And I want to get down to the nitty-gritty of what separates Cougar on an electrical standpoint while we're going through this bad boy. So, of course, I have my Keystone Innovation Lab Gigi box. Just allows for easy wire access when you guys are dealing with any issues you might have. Of course, you get a glimpse at that tire link prep cover and your solar connections up top. With your Midnight Edition, you are getting 2 lithium-ion batteries, so those are a big upgrade that comes standard with my Midnight package. And of course, you have your full-size spare tire. Going over to the side storage, which has a lot of other of my electrical necessities, you're going to notice a big upgrade. On my pass-through storage, I fixed that flip-up door to no longer worry about that slide out right there. I have a pull cable door allowing you to get full access on that underbelly to put all of the fun stuff, your bowling balls, your golf clubs, anything you might need. And take a look at this another big keystone thing is going to be that easy access control panel with all of your winterization, your city fills, your black and gray tank flushes, but most importantly, that external shower, hot and cold, to be able to wash off the kiddos and dogs if they were outside playing for too long. Of course, I have my Lippert electric leveling. This is going to be the easiest thing to do, to press a button, crack open a Dr. Pepper, and watch your Midnight Edition get leveled out itself. I think that just having those standard features on the Midnight Edition really separate it from what you would see other brands doing. Of course, you have that chrome hitch view, so you can see exactly what's going on when it's pulling behind you. You're going to get glimpses of that blue LED. That sun is going crazy today, so you're not going to get the full effect, but you do have blue LED on your front cap, under your awning, and under your tires, so you can guarantee when this is dark outside, you will be a spectacle for all to see. You do have your 10-ply tires going up into your Lippert solid step. I do have rack and pinions on my slides, allowing for a little bit more standard reinforcement on the underside, allowing you to put a little bit more weight on those without a worry. Of course, you can't miss those frameless windows, allows for a little bit more exposure to the sun, and a ladder for full roof access. And if we're being completely honest, this is just a really sharp camper. I've always had a dream, as soon as I started working here, of getting a black truck, hooking up the Phantom Gray, and going all over the world. But the thing is you actually have to sell things to get nice things. So that's been an issue. It's been an issue for me. But let's check out some of those inside features that I think make this inside just as nice as what we see on the outside. Stepping into your 316 RLS, A little anecdote that I have is 316 was kind of the first floor plan that I stepped into that really blew my mind in terms of camping space. I was always used to just feeling crammed in our little 17-foot single axle, but stepping into this as soon as I got into sales, it kind of blew me away for the combination of the tall ceiling, yes, but those opposing slides really give a living space that you're not quite used to as a little rural kid out in Oklahoma. Talking about seating, you do have that complete pull-out couch to be able to sleep to, and those electric heated and massaging chairs. Those do have LEDs that are not lighting up right now, but it's because I broke it, and I'm going to have to break that to someone later. Hey, with that 2025 comes a little change. Yes, that booth dinette is completely optional. However, if you want to switch it up and go with something that for a little bit more comfortable for couples, I think that this is a good fix for you. Of course, this table does change towards the wall if you want a little bit more space in your walkthrough area. But if you see that chair right there, it is actually an ottoman in disguise. So you can move that in front of your couch to really optimize seating for those couples getting out there and adventuring and not have to really cater to the grandkids all the time. With my LED in ceiling lighting now, I no longer have press bulbs. A little bit more of a residential look. I'm a big fan of that. And comes probably my favorite feature of the 2025 model, and that is this hidden Narnia closet with Mondo storage for all of your gizmos and gadgets, but also a little space for a cordless vacuum prep, which I think is really nice, especially when the kids are running in from outside. They've got dirt on their shoes, they don't know it, but you can easily vacuum it up. Stepping into my kitchen, which, let's be honest, with the 316, you're not getting a lot of that separation. However, I will point out, if you're sitting down in the chair, you're not going to have to worry about that kitchen island being in your direct view of that 50-inch TV. You're going to be all right to watch the football game without those darn distractions. But stepping into my kitchen, I think Cougar really optimizes their storage space combined with all of the amenities you would expect to see. I have a Furrion microwave, 3-top stovetop, and 12-volt refrigerator combination. And what I cannot go on and on about enough is going to be that 12-volt refrigerator being able to be cooled down before you leave for your trip so that you don't have to pack it up and go to Walmart as soon as you guys arrive. That food is going to be kept cold, and you can't ask for more than that. Got to keep the dogs chilly. Hey, you do have some backlighting in that pantry. That is a new 2025 upgrade. I think it would look real slick to put LED strips along here as well. However, beggars can't be choosers. And when you're selling 2 every 4 months, you are a beggar. So get used to that life. Hey, I do really like that coffee setup right here. Plenty of space. Put an espresso machine right there. Plenty of coffee and mug storage. However, with all the mugs that I've got stacked at my house right now, I'm not sure that it would keep up with all of it. But you get a little glimpse of that wonderful Cougar standard feature, soft close cabinetry. That's probably the most satisfying part about my job, but kind of wraps up this living space altogether. I think they did a wonderful job with that residential fan. And one big thing to talk about, which I can't believe I almost missed. Yes, you have your surround sound speakers, but this is actually a new 2025 edition of the 18K Furrion Chill Cube. That is an oscillating direct dump fan, which is honestly where we need it to be. It's right in the majority of my seating in my living room, so I can keep everybody cool whether they're sleeping or sitting around the TV. But I don't have to worry about it being ducted and air being wasted in space like the hallway or the bathroom, though that is contributed by that AC upstairs. I think that they did a wonderful job in changing that. On to the second half of the 316. Stepping up the stairs, you do get a little shoe cubby right there, or a little wiener dog bed in case you guys want to stuff a small dog down there. A handrail to get up those stairs easier, and take a look at that Furrion control for that. Oh, no, we're not going to go back to that half. We're moving upwards and onwards up these wonderful stairs. And what I want to get you a glimpse of is we did change back to an easy access switch control panel rather than messing with the Firefly system, which honestly I can be excited about. Makes it real easy just to turn on things that need to be. Of course, you still have your access to see where your tanks are at without having to mess around with the iPad setup, because I think switches are always going to be more reliable. Stepping into my bathroom, Man, do I love this restroom. Let's talk about practicality of it, right? Because not only do I have storage under my sink, but I actually have some cabinetry and some holes to put some linens. Man, do I love when manufacturers don't forget that humans use towels as you know it. And you do have a double sink for kiddos or mom and pa's or grandmas and grandpas or uncles and sisters, and they can all have their own sink space. Of course, with your regular old Joe tankless hot water heater, can have the longest shower possible without having to worry about running out of hot water. And what we're going to do real quick is do a toilet and shower overview. As a taller guy, I have a unique standpoint on how I feel about bathroom space, and we're going to get right into that right now. All right, sitting on the porcelain throne right now, it is a porcelain step flush toilet, so we're not messing around with any plastic thrones. We just get the best of the best. As for leg space, I feel completely comfortable right here, but I think the big issue is going to be the shower, simply because I'm a little skeptical of the nature of the ceiling. So stepping in here right now, I was mistaken. So I do have the space I need to not only move around, but not only feel like an ogre crammed in a pickle jar when it comes to actual shower space. You do have your removable head. I'd like to see a nicer shower head from Keystone in the future. They did it on their passports. I wonder if they can make that change to the Cougar as well. A wonderful seat for a wonderful space. That skylight really floods in the natural light, which you really can never complain about. So bathroom is going to get a solid 8 out of 10 for me. I think they utilize storage and space really well. And we didn't even get into this wonderful mysterious cabinet over here to shove all of your bathroom amenities. So stepping into the bedroom, the suspenseful wide angle shot as we enter this space, I think Keystone does a real good job here. I'll go over a couple reasons why. With a bed slide, yes, that is a true residential size king. I can be impressed by that, but what I often don't like to see is not enough walking space for maybe my elderly friends as they get up and down their Cougar. But I think that we do an okay job. I wouldn't give it a 10, and I wouldn't give it a 5. It's something in between there. But I have the space to move by, and I'm sure that's a super glamorous shot of me. I'll say you're welcome. But I do hear that quite frequently, that they hate, as in anybody, hates army crawling up to the front of that bed. But I think it utilizes the space it does have, and that's okay. I won't chirp on Keystone too much for that. Of course, you have your 2 that is going to be solar inverter, not only prepped, but done. Those are hooked up to your solar, so you're going to be able to run those 12-volt outlets. And you do have some shelving above your bed with those fancy blackout shades. And, hey, look, it's our second AC that we get a glimpse at with our Blade 360 air technology. That was a beautiful pull. My fingers are stuck, but you do get a blade, which allows for 20% more air, 20% cooler air. Legitimately, my hands are stuck. If I have to make the rest of this video with it, there we go. But 20% more air, 20% cooler air, and again, those inlaid lights gives a little bit more of a residential feel. Take a look at this. Our light bar for our closet is now our clothes rack. So interested to see how that hangs up over time. That is a new 2025 edition. And look, they even throw a laundry basket in there. So they're saving you $5 at Walmart. All the reason to come buy this Cougar right now. Finishing up the bedroom review with this closet space, and that is right, you do have space for not only a combo washer dryer on the bottom, but those shelves are removable in case you want to throw in a stackable, which is always the way to go. In case you'd like to watch a couple hours as socks get dried and washed. A little glimpse of its brother over there, the 316, but in the Midnight Onyx. But hey, let's dive into a couple things I like, I don't like, and wrap it up down here in the living room. Well, first and foremost, thank you guys so much for taking the time to walk through the 316 with me. I'd love to know what you guys think. How do you think they optimized space in the new 2025? Was there any changes that you thought were a waste of money? And what do you hope to see in the future for all you Keystone owners out there? But you can leave all of those thoughts in the comments. I know that I would absolutely adore if you did so, because I always want to have a little gem to drop on a customer of what actual owners think. But I would love so much if you would leave a comment, and feel subscribed if you want to be more interested in taking a peek at these specific floor plans with me. But getting into my own overview of the 316, I think this really expanded on something that I was super interested early in my career, which is just a large ceiling, opposing slides, but also gives you the ability to accommodate kids if they happen to come, but you're not wasting any space for the adults if the kiddos decide to stay in college for the weekend or whatever they might be doing. As for the new 2025 upgrades, I'm an absolute diehard fan of this 18K Chill Cube. I've seen it in a couple other products, such as my Ember, absolutely kills. As for my Narnia closet, gets a big thumbs up from me. I absolutely adore that new space. All storage is good storage, especially when we're talking about traveling across the country in a home on wheels. The only thing that I'm not completely convinced about is going to be this new light fixture in the closet. I'm not sure how that's going to hold up over time, but if it does, you can consider myself a fan too. Absolutely adore this floor plan, but the one thing that I would knock on Keystone for is try to find some common ground with those who are wanting a king-size bed but not wanting to squeeze by, because we know that all people don't necessarily love army crawling up to the top of their bed, but if we're being honest, not everybody can, so always seeking to fix that. But other than that, wonderful floor plan. This is going to get a 9.2 out of me, which if you know me, that's quite the high rating. But either way, I appreciate you guys so much. It's always a joy. Cheers to adventure, and I'll see you in the next one.